And here we are in Zangarmarsh, the second zone in Outlands, and as always with a new zone, with a new hub, picking up all of the quests. But while I do that, I kinda wanna talk about this zone. So Zangarmarsh as a zone has one distinct similarity with the Thousand Needles, that being either you love it or you hate it. And I think I speak for the majority of people when I say that this wet mushroom water hell is not exactly the vibe I'd go for with my personal favorite zone. So the goal here is to do the more fun quests and leave the tacky ones behind, like the underwater quests for example, or the low drop rate ones with the eels. We're also gonna be taking on the famous 3 elites of this zone, those being Boglash and the 2 Naga elites that I forget the names of because, well, even I am not that big of a WoW nerd. But yeah, nothing else to it but to do it, baby. Let's get started with this zone. So we got all of the quests for now from Cenarian Refuge, but before I start I'm also gonna head north to get the Swamp Rat Post quest, and then we'll get started. And this is the second Horde hub of the 3 in Zangarmarsh, the Swamp Rat Post. And it's the smallest one, it has like only 10 quests. But I mean, 10 quests is better than none, so I'll be taking them. Thank you. And our map is looking like an absolute mess. All of these little markers here are quest objectives, but you know, the only way to clean this up is by doing the quest, so let's get to it. Even though the mobs here are green, it's still kind of amazing how much a weaponless paladin can get away with. Like, these 4 mobs are of absolute breeze, I don't have to use anything here. First out of many 10 Marsh Fan Reapers slain. And we are approaching the first elite in Zangarmarsh, Rajisfuash, or however you want to pronounce that. And this guy is actually no problem as long as we dodge her freezing circle ability. That's like the only thing that can kill us because it stuns us for like 10 seconds or something. So yeah, should be a piece of cake. And there it is, gonna stun that, and for the disrespect, gonna pull a little more. And that's the first out of the 3 done, not a problem at all. I mean, that's kind of the theme with Zangarmarsh elites. I feel like this zone as a whole just has the easiest elites and the easiest quests, but they're just a bit weird. And there he is, Boglash, the second elite, and arguably the easiest, but I'm kinda unsure because I remember this guy slapping back in the day of retail, rat, and TBC even, so we'll see how this goes. Okay, I don't get it, like back in the day this guy slapped me for so hard and now he's doing like barely any damage. Wow, that was so easy, what? And we're closing in on the last elite, Rajahagzed. That's the best you're gonna get out of me. But yeah, I mean, I think this is going to be a tank and spank. This is a melee Naga. And seeing how easy the other 2 elites have been, I'm hoping that this is a bit harder, but I do not have my hopes up. And our health bar barely moved. I think we've grown way too powerful. Like, I expected these elites to be at least a fight, but I mean, we're just one-punching everything in this zone. Now that the elites of the zone were done, there were only normal quests left. And I feel like the great Barnaby once said it best.
Now, I'm not going to try and conjure content where there is none to be found, because the truth is this entire Molten Core was just an incredibly standard ordeal. Outside of the loot being really good, there really is nothing to talk about, because, you know, it's Molten Core.
So yeah, as much as I would like to make something out of it, there was just nothing. Like, the quests were incredibly basic, I didn't meet anyone, nothing happened. I was just kinda autopilot questing until I hit level 65 and well over that, and then I realized I should probably change the scenery because this is getting a bit boring, so that's exactly what I did. And before I actually make my way to the other leveling zone, I'm gonna make a quick pit stop at the Shatrat city, which is the capital city of Outlands. And the reason why I'm stopping by here is because this place has the portals to all of the other major cities, so it's super convenient to place your Hearthstone here. And yeah, just gonna do some chores here, grab a couple quests, and then make my way forward. And coming up is everyone's favorite quest, arguably the most well-known quest in the Burning Crusade as a whole, this introduction quest to Shatrat City. So in Shatrat City you have to pick from 2 factions, the Scryers and the Aldors, basically Blood Elves versus Draenei. But before you actually get to pick, you have to follow this elemental around and get a tour around the city. And this guy takes so long. Like, right now it's patched to be faster, so it used to be even slower than this, but still it takes like 5 minutes. I don't know what they were thinking, but yeah. I mean, once you've done this more than one time, you go insane. Oh my god, finally we get to pick a side, and let me tell you right now, okay, if you're not picking Aldor, I don't know what you're doing, like, don't even, just, come on man, it's always Aldor, always has been, always will be the Draenei's, beautiful. Don't fall for the Blood Elf agenda, okay guys? But anyway, what's left to do now is to set our Hearthstone in this newly found Aldor Draenei hub, and after that we're actually gonna go pick up new skills in Orgrimmar, because I just realized I'm almost level 66 and I haven't picked up new skills ever since I hit 58. So I think we're gonna have a lot of skills to be unlocked. And here are the portals. I can go to Thunderbluff, Orgrimmar or Undercity. Very handy to have. We're gonna go to Orgrimmar because I think that's the fastest. Okay, let's see how bad this trainer book is looking like. It's pretty bad. There's so many new spells and upgrades. I think I'm just gonna put it on screen what I end up taking, because otherwise I'm gonna be rambling on about these spells for like an hour. But yeah, I have to filter what I don't need and what I need, because I kinda don't wanna spend all of my money on useless abilities. Okay, that was a lot, so I'm just gonna categorize and generalize our training upgrades here. So for damage side of things, we got new Blessing of Might, more attack power. We got damage on Hammer of Wrath, Holy Wrath, Exorcism and Consecration. And we also got a new Seal of Corruption, which instead of doing flat damage every time we punch, now we apply a dot up to 5 stacks on every swing, and in the long run this seal is going to do more damage than Seal of Righteousness, so it's really good to have. And on the utility side of things, we got longer blessings from 10 minute to 30 minute, and we got Crusader Aura, a new aura that gives us 20% mounted speed, which is extremely enjoyable to have. We got stronger defensive auras and we get stronger heals, so yeah, pretty good haul. And now I actually want to test the DPS difference between the Seal of Righteousness and Seal of Corruption and see how big it is using my recount here, a nice little damage calculator add-on. So I'm just gonna be attacking these dummies for a minute on each aura. I'm not gonna go too into nitty-gritty, I'll just start with 5 stacks and see if there's like any general difference. I'm gonna stop the counter here at 57 just to account for the early start, and we end at 265 DPS with the Seal of Corruption, which is not bad for my level. Now we're gonna test out the Seal of Righteousness and see what the damage is like. And the Seal of Righteousness test timer is up, and we end at 180 DPS, which is 85 less than the Seal of Corruption, which is to be expected. So definitely not even a small upgrade, but a huge one, because the Seals of the Pure, the talent that applies to Seal of Righteousness, also applies to Seal of Corruption, so it's not 5 wasted talent points, we still get to keep that talent upgrade. So yeah, very happy about this. This should help me with the upcoming elites in Nagrand. And as is tradition by now, I'm gonna take a quick detour before I actually continue leveling, because I want to keep my professionals up to date. So I'm gonna run by the Alchemy Trainer in Hellfire, and I'm gonna stop by the Netherstorm to pick up a new alchemy recipe. And that recipe is going to allow me to make potions that I can't train from the trainer, but I need them to advance, so yeah, gonna take care of those. Okay, we end at 332, we started at 311, so that's plus 21 alchemy. Now I'm gonna go to the Netherstorm for real this time. And to get to the Netherstorm, I'm simply going to fly over this gap in between Hellfire and Netherstorm called the Twisting Nether. This empty area, it actually doesn't harm us in any way, we can just fly over it with no repercussions, there's no fatigue systems, no nothing. So it's gonna be a nice little shortcut. And just like that, we're in Netherstorm safe and sound. Now just gotta make my way to the Storm Spire. I'm actually really tempted to check out these rare spawns because it's 2 AM and maybe they're up, because who's gonna... I'm just kidding. There's level 66 of Exploration EXP. I think that's the last time this is gonna happen in this series, so you know, I have to make a little show out of it. I think now is the time that we start building on the Righteous Vengeance. It's not super useful, but it's still a damage over time effect every time we crit with our Judgment. It also works with Crusader Strike and Divine Storm, but those are abilities we obviously can't use without a weapon. And there's Stormfire inside this little protective bubble. Now I just have to find the actual vendor that sells me what I need, because this place actually has quite a bit of life in it. The problem is that I know for a fact that the vendor starts with a dealer something, but every single vendor here is called dealer something, so I'm just gonna have to run around and try to find the guy. Okay, nice, this should be the guy, and he's got quite a bit of herbs in stock as well, so I'm just gonna take all of these and the potions, because you can never have too much of them. But okay, I think the recipe is out of stock because he's not selling it. Someone must have bought it before me, but I think I can cook with some alternatives. Okay, yeah, I can definitely work with these mad alchemist potions. It's not as good because ragweed is really hard to find in Marsh these days, but it's an alternative for sure. And we end at 341 alchemy with 9 levels of the Northrend alchemy level, so that's our goal for now. And as I was doing the alchemy, I kinda googled this guy, and turns out he doesn't even sell any recipes, so I was definitely just cooking in my own mind thinking that he does. I don't know what happened, but yeah, oops. And right next to the alchemy guy, this guy sells some exotic creatures, and we have the choice between a parrot, a cat, a cockroach, a snake, a rabbit, a moth, a dragon hawk, and a wormling. And I think honestly out of all these choices, I like the parrot most. Senegal, it's a classic, you know, so gotta go with that. And there we have it, our first companion, the Senegal, and we get our shot ruined by this guard. But yeah, he fits my shoulders as well, just a perfect choice. I don't think I can name my pets yet, but you guys can name him in the comments below. Whatever you want, we can call him that. And one last thing before we take on the last zone of our Outlands adventure, the Nagrand. I'm gonna invest into new bags because I'm so tired of these 12 slot bags. And I think that these are going to be the best bags that I can get without paying ridiculous prices. So yeah, definitely worth the 40 gold investment. Now no more stalling, let's get to the last zone. And we are finally sneaking up on Nagrand. I mean, if you ask anyone what is their favorite zone ever in World of Warcraft, the majority of people will always say Nagrand, and there's a reason for that. Whether it's the beautiful scenery with the floating islands and waterfalls, the elites that are super memorable, or even the quest chains, there's something for everyone. So I'm very excited to get started here, and the way I'm gonna do it is I'm gonna pick up all of these animal hunt quests from Nessing, very iconic. You already know it. I want to get to those last elites from each animal type. So I'll start working on that and we'll see where I land from there. And there's the first out of the 3 Windrock quests done. And if you're unfamiliar with these Nagrand animal quest chains, I'll shortly explain it to you. So basically there's 3 different types of animals. There are Talbuks, the goats, there are cleft hoofs, the cows or bulls or whatever these things are, and we have the Windrocks, the birds, and basically all of them are divided to their own little quest chains. 3 separate quests for each animal, kill 12 of these, kill 12 of those, and then the 3rd quest is always going to be the animal boss. So once you bring down all of the 3 quest chain bosses, you get this one final king boss basically, which I'm gonna reveal to you later, hopefully, if I can manage these elites. First Talbuk quest done, and the first set of cleft hoods done. Now I'm gonna just go to the camp, pick up the new quests, and do the same round one more time.
Well met. See you soon. Safe travel. Be careful. Well met. For the Alliance. Light bless you.
And here we have my personal favorite quest of all of Outlands, arguably the whole game. It's super simple, it's a short 2 quest chain, but first you gotta get 3 things from air elementals scattered around Nagrand, no big deal. But the follow-up is where the fun begins, okay? I'm just gonna show you once we get there. And the second set of Talbuks, and here's the 12 Windrocks.
Let's get recharging.
Okay, nice, we got the third air elemental gas. It only took us like 7 elementals. But the bad news is that I still gotta keep finding these guys because they have a chance of dropping a new quest item that begins a quest, and I really want that because it's essentially free 10k XP. And the last cleft hoof of the second set, which means that now I just gotta make another round at the camp and we can finally start cracking at those elite animal bosses. I'm gonna make a quick pit stop at the Throne of Elements because I did end up finding the air elemental quest item. I just forgot to record it, oops. But yeah, there's some few chains here that I wanna do because they're pretty efficient and kinda nice, and one of them leads up to an elite, which I kinda wanna take on most of the elites in this zone, if not all.
Uh-oh, stinky.
And welcome to Garadar, the main quest hub for the Horde in this zone, and something quest hub, something new quest, something picking him up, baby. Okay, I'm like giga limit testing now. I pulled 6 mobs, I have no idea if I can take this. Why do I even doubt the Punchline himself? The man's just pulling a 7th ogre mid-pull, no biggie. I swear paladins are just something else. And here's Zorbo for one of the wanted quests, but both of these wanted quests are actually non-elite quests, so there's nothing really special about this. Speaking of Ring of Blood in the background there, I cannot solo it. There's just no way I can do it because the bosses despawn when you try to kite them, and they're designed for 5-man groups, and even then they're super difficult with current level and gear, so yeah, I have to pass it unfortunately, as much as I would like to find out a way. Okay, and there's the God Reaper himself. This guy is the last boss of the bird chain, one of the 3 animal chains I was talking about. So we're gonna try and see how this goes. I'm kind of going into this sort of blind. I've done this so many times, but I always don't remember like how much damage they do. Okay, so far so good. I'm staying relatively healthy with my Art of War procs, giving me instant flash of lights, and whenever he's pushing damage into me like now, I can just either stun him, use my alchemy stuff, use my paladin stuff, potion stuff. So yeah, this guy definitely no pushover like the Zankar Marsh elites, but definitely not the hardest elite we've ever faced either. But yeah, that's the birds done. I'm doing the Wormhole Ogre quest because they're a prerequisite for one of the well-known elites in this zone, Cho'war the Pillager. So after this we're gonna have quite the exciting battle in our hands. I'm not sure if I can solo it. I remember that one being like one of the hardest elites, so we'll see how that goes. Okay, finally we got the last war bead and the ogres, the first set at least, are done. I went a bit dry, but that's no biggie. On to the next ones. And a nice little ring upgrade, plus 18 agility, plus 10 attack power, definitely a welcome change. Now all of our gear is pretty much just Outland questing gear, except maybe like a trinket slot or something, but yeah, generally we're kinda decked out. And here's Altruist the Sufferer, and this guy is going to start a quite, not super lengthy, but quite a long demon chain filled with some elites. So definitely looking forward to this because right from the get-go we're entering a zone that is elites only, and their bosses are even eliter elites. So yeah, this should be fun. And look who I found just strutting nearby, Bucklord, the Talbuk elite, second of the 3 animal elites. And yeah, I think this is gonna be the same difficulty as the previous God Reaper, but we can only see. It feels so nice starting off these fights with the 6-second stun head start, and I'm gonna bring the Wild Elk into this party just to spice it up a bit. We'll see if we end up regretting it. Okay, I might just regret it, but I still have the potions and the alchemy lifeblood, so that should bring me all the way up to full by itself. And they should be fine still. Okay, that's the Wild Elk down. Now I just have to be super careful of accidentally not pulling anything like these patrols with my AoE or the mountain grunts, whatever. Oh, this guy is smacking me around 1.3k crit almost. I'm gonna use a potion for safety, but this is actually an elite that is pushing me to the edge here. I used most of my cooldowns, even though the fight ends with like half my health and quite a bit of mana. Hoof of Bacalor. There it is, one more to go. And there's the last of the 3 animals. One thought I just need to make sure I don't get sidelined by a even scarier elite patrolling this area. But I suspect that this is actually going to be the roughest, but also the easiest of the 3 elites, because I have a lot of room to work with here. So if I need to, I think I can just kite this guy out, even though I suspect that he hits the hardest. Gonna drop a little cheeky hammer of justice, get myself a 6-second advantage yet again. And I'm doing a lot of burst damage when my things crit. Instant exorcism, judgment crits, everything. I just melt these guys even without a weapon. Just goes to show how strong this class is. And that is the last one complete. 3 out of 3. And I think that the Talbook boss was definitely the roughest one here. I didn't even have to use my alchemy, my potions, my bubbles. But I'm excited to see if the last boss of the animals is like way tougher than these 3 combined. I'm really hoping to get like a real good battle. Okay, I'm gonna go for an absolute limit test gigapull here, and I'm probably not gonna leave this, but I kinda wanna have fun with it, so we'll see how this goes. Jesus, okay, that chain lightning almost took my life. I have to bubble early here because these casters are shredding me apart. Fortunately, these scavengers have like 1/3 of an actual mob's HP, so they're not real mobs, so this should be still doable. Yeah, I think I have to start kite. Oh my god, okay. Thank god I have that Art of War proc. Yeah, I think to start kiting, I'm gonna let these purifiers keep casting their AoE uninterrupted, because as long as I move out of it, I'm fine. But yeah, take out these raiders and then pick off those low health purifiers, and it's done deal, baby. Paladins are balanced. Okay, now it's time to start with the elite demons for real, because I kinda got sidetracked earlier, kinda have the attention span of a monkey just flying around the zone having fun, but hey, that's what it's supposed to be, right? For some reason I thought that these tinkerers were also elites. Guess I'm just wrong, or maybe they were in TBC, but yeah, since they're not, I'm gonna pull quite a bit of them because I can handle it. Okay, lay of hands there. Maybe I still underestimated them a bit. Pulling 7 at a time might be pushing it, but yeah. At least these other demons are elite, so I'm pretty stoked about that. Okay, I'm gonna start by taking out this Fell Cannon because they have a really high DPS even though they're normal mobs. And let's see what you can do, Felguard Legionnaire Mister. Good luck and have fun. Oh wow, okay. I should have used that stun to heal. This guy is actually doing damage. I need to go to Devotion or to mitigate this. Okay, thank god. Okay, never mind. I'm using the Seal of Corruption, it breaks my repentances. Okay, I might have to reset and pull back, but I kinda don't want it. I'm gonna duke it out with this guy at the end, maybe. This is like harder than the elite animals combined. What is this guy doing? Gee, relax, dude. Okay, maybe I can get away with this, but I think I have to abuse my repentance here. I'm not leaving. Stop! Okay, nice. I can turn evil. My dots should not break the turn evil. So whenever I'm in trouble, I'm just gonna turn evil these and then go back to damaging after I heal up. Okay, drop another stun, go on the offense. I have a really good rhythm now. Just stun, damage, and when I'm low, turn evil, heal up. It's just a shame that my repentances break from my dot damage here again. I don't think I have to swap seals just for that because turn evil is a thing, but these guys are definitely a problem. Holy shit, they do damage. Fortunately, there's only 2 legionnaires that I have to kill for this quest, so that's the first one. We'll see how these Moarg engineers fare up, but I suspect that it's not gonna be tougher than the legionnaires. And open with the classics, Exorcism Taunt into a Hodge here, and I'm gonna keep my distance just to be careful. After the Legionnaire, I have to be ready for anything. But yeah, it's kinda unavoidable that this guy actually hits me here, so we'll see. He's not doing as much damage, so this should be actually fine. There's 3 engineers that I have to take care of, and this guy is way squishier than his counterparts in the Legionnaires, so maybe 1 turn evil is enough for me to stabilize instead of 2. And these guys, fortunately, like most of the mobs in the game, slow down after they hit. I think it's 20 to 10% health, and they start kind of reluctantly walking at you instead of full steam running, so that's also gonna help me kite out these mobs in general in this game. Engineer number 2, again no problem as long as I use my turn evil to stabilize, and 3.6k unrested EXP from this elite is actually kinda nice. And the last engineer, even though my health's blinking red, I'm still fine. I have all of my cooldowns, and yeah, now just one more legionnaire. It's insane how these guys have doubled the health and the damage of the engineers. Like, I swear I do nothing while he just completely obliterates me. I'm forced to reset multiple times, but fortunately I have the option to reset, so ultimately I'm always gonna win. Another turn evil in the Holy Light, no problem. I'm just gonna run out of mana here a bit, but no worries. Well, I can't catch him, he's just running for the woods, relax man. I'm spamming judgment, but I can't reach him, there we go. Yeah, we're going for a little adventure, me and this legionnaire, best friends forever in Nagrand. And there it is, the second Felguard legionnaire and the first demon quest done. And this should give me level 67, there we go. One more to go till we get to Northrend, the final destination of the series. I cannot wait. But before we get there, we still have some elites to kill here, namely the master planner in this forge camp. So it's one of the eliter elites that I mentioned earlier. I'm gonna put this point into Sanctified Wrath just to increase the crit chance of my Hammer of Wrath, my execution movement. And here's the Master Planner. I have no idea what to expect. Is this tougher or easier than the Legionnaires? We'll see. Okay, this guy is dishing out some damage, but he's still easier than the Legionnaires. I can still reset against him, and I should not be in trouble here, I think. I still have Bubble, and okay, that's a bit surprising. Fortunately, it didn't KO me, so A-okay. And we got the Master Planner's Master Plans or something, I don't know, I'm just killing stuff because a cool night elf told me to. I have no idea why I'm doing any of this. Okay, there it is. The next part takes place in Shatrat City, so there's quite the distance there, but we can actually use this time to hand in some other quests that we have as well. Oh, we have Gankly Rottenfist here. This guy is a pretty rare spawn. He just kinda comes and attacks a gnome that is running to the camp to deliver some supplies. And after we save her, we actually get another quest for free, so definitely happy to take the extra 17k EXP here.
Go with honor, friend.
And there it is, I'm saved 16.5k free EXP for killing one mob, and this mob might be familiar to some of you from a previous episode, but yeah, I'll definitely take that.
Go in peace. Keep your feet on the ground.
And there's the ultimate blood sport quest, and the rewards are actually nothing useful for us. We only get a Libram that increases flash of light healing. But you and I know we're not doing it for the rewards, we're doing it for the EXP and the experience, if you know what I'm saying. Can't wait to battle it out. Oh yeah, you guys remember when I talked about my favorite quest? I kinda forgot too, but yeah, now we're here on the good part. We got our 3 air elemental motes, gas, whatever, and well, I'm just gonna show you what happens next. So in this mini quest line, this goblin really wants the eggs on this tree, and we got the gas to operate this trampoline, and now I could just fly and take these eggs, but that's boring because I love this. Like, I remember as a kid I messed around with this trampoline for so long. Basically you have to line yourself up, then you have to use it, and we are gonna get it first try. Cancel the slow fall, hit it every single Wow, that was a weird bug, guys. I don't know what happened there, but yeah, this is gonna be the first real try without bugs. Okay, the first try, it's all about the lineup, it's all about cancelling the slow fall. It's the perfect timing, and why don't... I swear I get this every time, first try, but okay, I'm a paid actor, guys. I'm an actor, performance artist. I'm throwing for content so you guys get immersed how it was 15 years ago when we were all doing this quest as kids, always missing this 10 times in a row. So you're welcome for this experience, okay? I swear I know how to do this. I've done this like 20 times in my life with no problems. I don't know what's going on. It's bugged. It's bugged. This goblin rigged this trampoline. I get this first try every time. I'm not coping. This goblin has done something like a hidden patch. It's bugged, man. Fucking bugs, man. I'm gonna hit it. I'm gonna hit it first try, and the audience is gonna enjoy it. I'm gonna edit it, and it's gonna look so good. There we should. Okay, there we go. First try, ladies and gentlemen. I told you my favorite quest. I would never fail this jump, not in a million years. Now what we do is we pick up the egg here, and we're gonna spawn an elite bird that comes at us angrily, and we naturally gonna defeat it. Oh lord, she's coming right at us. And I think this is one of the easier elites, but it's still a 3-man quest, so this might get rough. These birds are always kinda unpredictable, because sometimes you just do 10 attacks in a second, so we'll see how this goes. And he's definitely... Okay, 1.5k crit to my face, but okay, this is... I think she's even rougher than the bird boss, which is kind of ironic, but I have all of my cooldowns, so should be okay. And that was no problem, we just had to use Blessing of Protection to heal up a few times, no biggie. And the rewards of these quests are really good, because strength and hit rating from this cloak are big. Hit rating especially, as long as I'm not hit capped, hit rating is always going to be the best damage stat, just so we don't miss abilities. We're actually gonna go on a bit of an elite spree here, because the remaining quests are pretty much all elite, so we'll see how this one goes. Wish me luck.
I don't understand what's going on here.
Give me a break, give me a break.
I don't understand what's going on here.
Give me a break, give me a break.
That's a big one right here. That's a huge one. Oh, take a picture of that. Whoever's got a camera, you got one? Take a picture of this one. Cheese.